근로자가 자기 책임하에 적립금을 운영하여 퇴직 시 부담금과 용소비까지 퇴직급여로 수령하는 제도는 DC형 퇴직연금제도입니다.
Hi, hello, how are you this lovely holiday season? I was thinking today that we could film a Korean study vlog because I haven't filmed one of those in a few months, and I don't really know why. Maybe it's just because it's the end of the year, but lately I've been thinking a lot about my Korean language learning journey and how I got to my current level, and I started to remember that I used to have so much fun learning Korean back before I moved to Korea. Once I moved to Korea, I was in language school, as most of you guys probably remember. So I was being force-fed Korean. I was told what to study, when to study. We were constantly being tested, and it was really stressful. I loved it, but it was also very exhausting. And as I shared at the time, once I finished my program, I was burnt out and I was not interested in learning Korean anymore, or at least taking active steps to learn Korean. I was just more interested in maintaining my Korean abilities. I feel like I kind of forgot how to study Korean in a way that makes me happy. That's a very long-winded intro to say we're gonna study Korean today.
근로자가 자기 책임하에 적립금을 운영하여 퇴직 시 부담금과 용소비까지 퇴직급여로 수령하는 제도는 DC형 퇴직연금제도입니다.
급여 수준이 개별 업체의 적용 기준에 따라 다르지만 일반적으로 최저임금을 기반하여
여러분 이미 알 것 같은데 시간 많이 지났어요. 네, 그리고 제가 왜 갑자기 한국말로 이야기하고 있냐면 그냥 한국 공부에 대한 컨텐츠를 지금 짓고 있어서 한국말로 조금 이야기했으면 좋지 않을까 생각이 들었어요. 네, 그래서 조금만 한국말로 이야기하도록 하겠습니다. 아무튼 여러분 본 것처럼 제가 공부한 거는 재직연금 강의였어요. 솔직히 말하면 첫 부분 나쁘지 않았어요. 모르는 단어가 있었어도 괜찮았어요. 근데 하지만 다음 부분, 진짜 강의 부분에 첫 부분보다 모르는 단어가 많아서 시간도 오래 걸렸고 더 어려웠어요. 그래서 이제 다 강의를 끝나서 더 오래 공부하고 싶은 마음이 없어졌어요. 그래서 이 영상 여기에 끝나면 안 될 것 같아서 조금 쉬고 다시 공부하면 안 될까 생각했거든요. 아침에 이 영상을 깨끗한 환경에서 찍고 싶어서 아침에 방을 청소하고 여기저기에 있는 거 다 정리했거든요. 그것 때문에 식사할 시간이 없었어요. 근데 이제 오후 6시예요. 그래서 상상할 수 있긴 한데 제가 너무너무 배고파요. 그래서 포장하면 안 될까 생각했는데 제가 주문하고 싶은 거는 양식이나 인도 요리인데 제가 한국 생활이랑 한국 공부에 대한 컨텐츠를 만드니까, 그리고 제가 한국에서 살고 있으니까 그런 음식을 주문하면 여러분 별로라고 생각할까 봐서 한식 주문하면 더 나을 것 같아요. 근데 생각해보니까 제가 땡기는 한식 하나도 없어요. 페민을 보다가 치킨을 주문하면 안 될까라고 생각했거든요. 제가 원하는 양식 같은 음식을 주문할 수 있고 여러분 보고 싶은 한식 동시에 주문하고 있어서 화나지 않을 거죠. 한식을 왜 안 주문했냐라고 하는 댓글을 안 남길 거죠. 그죠? I'm actually really concerned y'all are gonna leave comments being like, why didn't you order Korean food if you're living in Korea? Anyway, I'm gonna order some chicken. I was thinking fried chicken and yangnyeom chicken, bring in some Korean flavors. And I've just decided to switch into English. Okay, so I just placed the order. It says it's gonna take about 10-15 minutes and then I need to be at the chicken place to pick it up. I didn't go for delivery because it's more expensive, and chicken is already expensive because you can never order just one serving of chicken. It always has to be 2 servings. and I can't eat 2 servings and then it just ends up going in the trash. Yes, I have tried to reheat chicken, but it never tastes good when I do it, so it just ends up in the trash. Okay, I've tried already. Anyway, I wanted to take a moment to talk about the sponsor of today's video, Link. Yes, you've heard about Link before, but wait, don't skip ahead yet. I'm gonna give you some content recommendations to import into Link for you to study with. I don't know why I wasn't giving you recommendations before. Now that I think about it, I probably should have been, and I will do so in the future. So if you have somehow, some way never heard me talk about Link, Link is a language learning website that gives you the ability to import the content that you are interested, the content that you want to learn with, into its content library so that you can start learning Korean in context or any language that you're studying. But for this video, I'm gonna assume you're studying Korean. So you can import content from YouTube, content from Netflix, podcasts, news articles, ebooks even. So for example, if you are someone that wants to be able to know what Jimin is saying in his most recent single, Closer Than This, you can just import the song into Link so you can start learning the vocab and the expressions that he's using in that song. So speaking of content recommendations, for my upper intermediate and advanced learners, I'd like to recommend some content pieces for you guys to study with in Link. The first 2 are actually available on YouTube, Bimchip and Shuchita. So even if you're not like GOT7 or BTS fans, like these content pieces are really funny, especially Bimchip. Bimchip is so funny, and to be honest, like the content itself isn't that hard. I would say the hardest part about studying with those content pieces is just like keeping up with what they're saying as they're saying it. Like we all know Suga has a reputation for slurring his words and mumbling, like yeah. Now, if you're looking for something that's a little bit more challenging, but is still extremely entertaining, I would like to recommend that you check out 애견 잠견 on Netflix. It's a talk show where viewers submit their dating stories and the hosts discuss who in this dating story was in the wrong, who was being dramatic, and how like the person that submitted the story should move forward in their dating life. Okay, that's not good. So I just got a text message saying that my chicken is ready to get picked up, even though it is before the time that they told me it was gonna be ready. Anyway, I wanted to remind you guys that you can use Link on desktop, tablet, and mobile, and that Link is actually doing a special promotion for the end of the year, start of the new year. You can get 40% off an annual subscription, which yes, I know this is the same promotion that they did for Black Friday. The one that I said was like I'd never seen them do before and they only do it once a year. They decided to do it again. They made me a liar because I said they only do it once a year. But the good news is if you were thinking about getting an annual subscription back during Black Friday, but then decided not to, but then you regretted it, now you can do it. This promotion will be good from December 26th until January 14th. So if that's something you would like to take advantage of, you can use the link in my description box. See if Link is something that you think will benefit you in your Korean studies, and I'm gonna go pick up my chicken. Oh my god. Oh, and thank you to Link for sponsoring this video. Look! I picked up the chicken. Oh my god. Focus on the chicken. Thank you. Look at how good this looks. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I got fried and yangnyeom as previously discussed, and then there's a little tok inside. Okay, I feel like it doesn't look as appetizing when it's just one piece of chicken, but I promise you it's gonna be really good. Like I've gotten chicken from this place before. It's so good. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy my chicken off camera because I'm not going to do anything related to learning Korean, and also I don't like filming myself eat. It makes me uncomfortable. So I will catch up with you guys in a bit.
아침 6시 익숙한 알림 소리에 나는 눈을 떴다.
Hi, hello. I was thinking I could check in verbally for a moment. So as you guys saw, we are rereading Nana. If you were watching my content back when I was a language student at Korea University, you might remember that I was reading this book my first semester of my research class because we all had to read Korean novels and then give a presentation on them. This is a book by Lee Hee-young. So to be honest, I don't think I ever finished reading this book. I think I just read enough of it to give a presentation. Like, how high schooler of me is that? But I have no idea what the ending of this book is. It's basically about a girl who's in a bus accident here in Korea, and her soul gets separated from her body, and she only has a short amount of time to get her soul to re-enter her body before she basically ceases to exist. But I remember at the time, this book was really, really hard for me. Like, I remember having to look up so many words because it was so descriptive, and I wanted to go back through it again just to see if my Korean has improved in relation to the words in this book, right? Because novels, like reading a novel and doing everyday life things in Korea, you know, like I'm used to, that's like two different types of Korean. Rereading this book is making me really happy because I'm actually able to enjoy the story much more than I could 2 years ago. Wow, that's a long time ago. 2 years ago when I was first reading this book for school. Before we end this video, I was thinking I could answer some Korean study related questions that you guys have asked me on Instagram through like my monthly Q&As. The first question was, what do you do when you lose confidence in your ability to learn Korean? Honestly, the first thing I do is just remember how far I've come, because you're always better than you were like a year ago. Okay, not always, but like in most cases, if you've been continuously studying, you're gonna be better than you were a year ago. Also encourage you to determine why you feel like you're not able to learn Korean. Maybe the way you're practicing the language just doesn't match the way you're wanting to use the language, or the way you're determining whether you're successful in learning Korean or not. If not Korea University, what other language institutions have you heard good things about? So there are only 2 universities that I've ever heard good things about when it comes to Korean language schools. The first one is Sogang, which if you've done your research, you've probably already heard about their reputation for like their students being good at speaking Korean. And then the other one is 한국외대. Their Korean language school is known for being really, really good. Like the students that come out of there tend to be really fluent in Korean. To be honest, I'm not sure why more people don't know about their school, because I know a lot of people that are really good at Korean that like came out of their language school. So like, I don't know. What are your favorite language exchange apps? I can't really give you any recommendations on language exchange apps. I can only tell you that I've only ever used HelloTalk, because when I was, I guess, more into language exchange apps, it was the one that I saw the most interactions with. How did you practice speaking when you were just starting? In all honesty, I did not practice my speaking at all. When I was starting, like, I was studying beginner Korean for 2 months, and I was self-studying. I was studying with books, I was studying with audio lessons, I was studying with YouTube, and Memrise, and like HelloTalk actually. But I was not practicing my speaking at all. So for context, I started learning Korean in 2016, and then in 2017 I started a YouTube channel to document my experience learning Korean. If in any of those videos, if you watch them, and if I said that I was practicing my speaking, believe that version of Natalia, because she's gonna remember. For me, I've been learning Korean for almost 8 years now. Like, it'll be 8 years next month. Like, literally in like a week it'll be 8 years, so I can't really remember. Share your impressions of studying in language courses at KU. Is it worth studying Hangugo in this way? So this is a very loaded question, so I'm going to simplify my answer a lot, because this could be its whole, like, it should be its own video, and I have just not made one. Was it worth studying Korean in this way? Yes. Like, I know early in this video I said it was really exhausting and it burnt me out and they were shoving Korean down my throat, which, like, true. But was it worth it? Yes. Like, I would do it again. Like, if you were to say, like, Natalia, if you had to go back, would you still choose KU? Would you still spend all that money to, like, learn Korean and, like, take these classes? The honest answer is yes, 100%. Like, I would 100% go back, pick the same school, take the same classes, like, do the same work all over again. Like, my Korean improved so much during the 1 year that I was studying at Korea University. I would do it again. It was worth it, 100%. You mentioned moving back to the USA at some point. Would you continue learning Korean or any other languages? I feel like if I were to move back home, I probably wouldn't learn Korean for at least 6 months. 6 months to a year. I probably would not touch Korean just because it would make me sad. But at the same time, I know, like, whatever that, like, break period ends up being, I'm gonna return to it eventually because it just makes me happy. And no, there are no other languages that I would learn. I wish I could say, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go learn, like, Japanese, or I'm gonna go learn this language or that language, but I'm not going to. Like, I know myself well enough. I'm not going to. I might dabble but I will never truly learn another language the way I did with Korean. It's just not gonna happen. Please don't forget that Link is having an end of year, start of the new year promotion, 40% off an annual subscription of Link. You can get that discount with the referral link in my description box. The offer is valid until January 14th. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Big thank you to Link for sponsoring, and I will see you guys in the next one. 다음에 봐요, guys. Bye.